Hello and welcome to this edition of S11's Visual Radio. For the Newsfirst team, I'm Chalani Ratnavira. We start off with a look at your local news. In your top story this hour, campaigning for the local government elections will conclude at midnight tonight in accordance with the Election Commission's directive that all campaigning must end 48 hours before the polls. The elections are scheduled to be held on the 6th of May. In more local news, the Department of Immigration and Immigration says that both one-day and regular services for issuing passports will be limited on the 5th, 6th and 7th of May due to the upcoming local government elections. The 24-hour passport service will also be suspended during this period. Similarly, the Department of Registration of Persons said that its head office and all public services, including the one-day service at provincial offices, will not be operational on the 6th and 7th of May. In addition, the Western Province Chief Secretariat has informed that counters issuing vehicle revenue license will be closed on the 5th and 6th of May as officers have been assigned to election duties. The Secretariat noted that when the counters reopen, license can be obtained by paying only the standard fee with no additional fines. Meanwhile, the Ministry of Education has declared school holidays for all schools across the island on the 5th and 6th of May. Schools are expected to reopen as usual on the 7th of May. Moving on, amid growing concerns and allegations from opposition parties regarding the leasing of the Trincomalee port and associated energy infrastructure to India, the Sri Lankan president has clarified the nature and scope of recent agreements signed with India. Speaking on the matter on the Satana political debate program, President Anurakkumara Dissanayake highlighted the strategic and economic significance of the Trincomalee port, describing it as one of the world's finest natural harbours. He said, quote, "Trincomalee is a deep water port capable of accommodating large vessels close to shore. Its proximity to major maritime routes makes it a valuable asset." End quote. The port area houses 98 fuel tanks, of which 24 are owned by the Ceylon Petroleum Corporation, 12 by the Indian Oil Company, and 61 remain underutilized. Each tank has a capacity of 12,500 metric tons, offering significant potential for international fuel trade. Clarifying the nature of the recent agreements with India, Dissanayake emphasized that no final deal has been signed. He said, quote, "What we have signed is a memorandum of understanding, an understanding to explore the potential and prepare a relevant business plan. Only if we agree with the business plan will we proceed to a formal agreement." End quote. The proposed plan involves a joint venture between India, the UAE, and Sri Lanka to develop the oil tank farm and related infrastructure. The committee overseeing the MOU will also explore the feasibility of establishing a refinery, including logistics such as crude oil transport via ships or pipelines.
International news.
In international news, US President Donald Trump's administration yesterday proposed a $163 billion cut to the federal budget that would sharply reduce spending on education, housing, and medical research next year, while increasing outlays for defense and border security. The administration said the proposed budget would raise homeland security spending by nearly 65% from 2025 enacted levels as Trump cracks down on illegal immigration. Non-defense discretionary spending, which excludes the massive Social Security and Medicare programs and rising interest payments on the nation's debt, would be cut by 23% to the lowest level since 2017. The proposal would cleave more than $2 billion from the tax collecting Internal Revenue Service and would slice the budgets of the National Institutes of Health and the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention by more than 40%.
Sports news.
In your sports update this hour, Mercedes driver Kimi Antonelli became the youngest driver to take a Formula One pole position in the sprint event at the Miami Grand Prix. The 18-year-old beat McLaren's Oscar Piastri, the championship leader, by 0.045 seconds, and the second McLaren of Lando Norris was third ahead of Red Bull's Max Verstappen, just 0.055 seconds behind his teammate. Antonelli's teammate George Russell was fifth fastest, 0.309 seconds slower than the Italian rookie. Well, that's a wrap of this edition of Yes 101's Visual Radio. Thank you for watching.